All right, welcome back to the list, guys. We're going to be kicking it off with number 49, which is Johnny Blade from Never Say Die. Now, this song here, it's a pretty damn good song, I got to admit. Like, there's some fantastic heavy riffs in the middle, a fantastic, just crazy solo at the end. So epic. Honestly, like, that solo is probably the highlight of the entire Never Say Die album. And again, it's pretty heavy on the synth. So similar with like the experimentation they were going for in the Never Say Die and Technical Ecstasy era. The only thing that keeps it from being higher on the list is just the vocals. Like they don't really do it for me. Like they get like a little too high pitched at some points, and just I'm just not a fan. But otherwise, the music is fantastic. Definitely one of the highlights of the Never Say Die album. Coming in at number 48, we have Who Are You from Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Now, this is a really interesting song. It's an Ozzy song. It was completely written and composed by Ozzy. And the funny thing is, he picked up a Mini Moog synthesizer, and he just decided, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna compose a song on it. Never played Mini Moog before, never played keyboards. He just wanted to see what would happen, and out came this song. And it's a really good song. I never used to think so. For a long time, I thought this was like a weaker Black Sabbath song, but over the years, it really grew on me. It has this dark, sinister tone to it with this plodding keyboard riff that just permeates the song. And there's this gorgeous like synthesizer and piano section in the middle that it's easy to miss the first few times because of how repetitive the main riff is, but definitely something to focus on. Really beautiful. And then it just builds up at the end before the original riff comes back in. And it's just a really good song. Ozzy's fucking underrated. Like I mean, the dude could just pick up an instrument he never played before and just bust out a song like this. So we got to give Ozzy some props. It's underrated. All right, next song, number 47, we got St. Vitus Dance from Black Sabbath Volume 4. And I don't really have much to say about this song. It's just a classic Sabbath song, a great, like, bouncy riff going through the entire song. And it would be higher. I just simply like the other ones a little better. So, yeah, St. Vitus Dance. Number 46, Super Czar, the weird orchestral instrumental from Sabotage. This is a great song. They used to use this song to open up all their shows. And although I do know a few people that think it's a weird song, I really like it. I dig it. I love the riffs, and I love the orchestration. It's a little overkill, I have to admit, but I love that riff. It just chugs along. It's a great way to open their shows, and yeah, just I always look forward to hearing that when I listen to Sabotage. Okay, number 45. This one might surprise you guys. It's Orchid from Master of Reality, and this is a very short acoustic number, and it just gets me every time. It's such a beautiful acoustic song, and yeah, although it's short and sweet, I love it a lot, and it's definitely a highlight for me when I listen to Master of Reality. Although it's not like one of the main songs, it's just a great interlude between Children of the Grave and the classic song Lord of This World. At number 44, we got It's All Right from Technical Ecstasy. Now, I fucking love this song. I don't know. I think this is one of the most underrated Black Sabbath songs. It's got Bill Ward on vocals. Sure, it's a little corny. It's a little, hand wavy. Hold your lighters out at a concert. Wave your arms back and forth, kind of shit. But I don't care. I'm a pussy. It gets me every time. Honestly, like just everything about it's great. You know what? I thought it would have been even higher on the list, but I just simply like the other songs more. It's just a classic song, one of the best songs from Technical Ecstasy. And you know what? It's one of the songs that kind of saves Technical Ecstasy from being like considered a mediocre album. But yeah, great song. Bill Ward singing great on it. Um, you know, it's got like some fantastic, the guitar outro at the end is awesome. It just fades out. There's some tasty licks in the middle as well. Just ah, love this song. All right, number 43, we got Laguna Sunrise from Black Sabbath Volume 4. Just another gorgeous acoustic guitar extravaganza. This song's I've always loved this song. When I was a young kid, I got this Black Sabbath greatest hits album, and this song was on it, and I couldn't believe it was Black Sabbath. It was just so mellow and laid back, and I loved it. But I'm like, wow, this band really does have a lot of diversity, and it surprised me because my dad would always say, "Oh, Rocco, I love Black Sabbath, but like all their songs sound the same. They're kind of like AC/DC." And from like the few songs I heard from them, I had to agree. But then as I delved deeper into their discography over the years, I just realized like how much diversity they have. Sure, they're not like like a progressive rock band where you're incorporating like so many different influences, but for a metal band, I gotta say they're one of the most diverse metal bands outside of like the progressive metal scene. And this song just says it all. They put it smack dab pretty much right at the end of the album, right before one of the heaviest songs of all time, "Under the Sun," and the contrast is incredible. And I gotta say, like the title itself is just like a perfect reflection of how you feel when you listen to the song. Like it feels like you just woke up, you're on a beautiful beach in California, just staring out into the distance and just watching the sunrise. It just like evokes so many emotions. Fantastic song. Coming in at number 42, we got Changes from Black Sabbath Volume 4. Coming in at number 41 is Air Dance from Never Say Die. And I'm sure this is going to surprise you fuckers, but I really love this song, Air Dance. I'm telling you guys, like this song just goes through so many changes. It's almost progressive. You know what? It is progressive rock. It just goes through so many changes. The first part of it just has this mystique, this piano, this beautiful like piano in the background, and Ozzy singing about this dancer. Just you just picture this dancer just gliding in midair, just doing all these spins and things like that. Then it goes into this really mellow middle section, just really beautiful. And before going into this all-out weird-ass jazz synthesizer extravaganza, it's so weird. It kind of sounds like ELP superimposed on top of like a lounge jazz band. I've never heard anything like this, and it's such a unique song. So definitely one of the highlights from Never Say Die, and a song I always find myself coming back to. We've made it all the way to number 40, and coming in at this position is the title track of Never Say Die. Now, as much as people like to shit on Never Say Die, and as far as I think there's some truth behind that. It's not a bad album by any means, but it definitely takes a few listens to get into. Although I was very pleasantly surprised the first time I heard it by how good it was compared to a lot of the reviews and a lot of what even Ozzy Osbourne said about it. He totally hates this album, by the way. As much as it is a hard album to get into, this song is not hard to get into. If you're a Sabbath fan, you pretty much gotta like this song. It's a classic. It's got everything. It's got the riffs. The vocals are amazing. Oh man, that progression. That part where it gets into "Don't you ever have to worry." Da-na-na-na-na-na. Don't you ever wonder why. Da-na-na-na-na-na. That progression is just so epic. Just elevates the song to like a whole other level. And again, it is the classic song from Never Say Die. It's the obligatory song. You gotta like it. And there is one song that I would put above it from this album, and I'm sure you guys already know what that is. But yeah, Never Say Die is definitely a classic Sabbath song. All right, number 39 is You Won't Change Me from Technical Ecstasy. And guys, let me tell you, this song is absolutely fantastic. I know I've been shitting on Technical Ecstasy a lot throughout this video, but this song is freaking amazing. So epic. Just the way the song flows. It opens up with this killer, doomy Black Sabbath riff, and coming right after Backstreet Kids, it's just a welcome return to form. You listen to this and you're like, okay, oh yeah, Black Sabbath's back. And the song just progresses, it builds up. Ozzy sounds fantastic throughout, kind of like how he sounded on Sabotage. And oh my god, the guitar solos are just insane. Tony Iommi's just shredding the shit out of that guitar. I believe there's two solos, one in the middle of the song and one at the end. and they're both insane beyond belief. And you have this great organ riff throughout the entire song, just adds so much weight. Oh my god, fantastic song. I wish I could put it higher. I just simply like the rest of the list slightly better. But yeah, this song's definitely a masterpiece. If you were planning on not listening to Technical Ecstasy, at least listen to this song and other song we're still gonna have to get to. So stay tuned. Coming in at number 38, we got The Thrill of It All from Sabotage. Now we're getting into the really good shit, guys. You know what? The next three songs were honestly tied, so I kind of had to like do a coin flip to see, just to like rank which song goes above the other, but all three of the next songs are fantastic and pretty much equal in my books. But yeah, the thrill of it all. Oh my god, this is a fantastic song. Every time I listen to Sabotage, for some reason I forget about this song, and then it comes on, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this song's on Sabotage. I don't know what it is. It's not forgettable at all. It's actually very memorable. It opens with this epic intro. Oh my god, it's like the weight of the world is gonna crash down on you, and oh my god, it builds up, and then it finally locks into this groove, and Ozzy sounds just so good. I think Sabotage and Sabbath Bloody Sabbath were like pretty much the peak of his vocal prowess in the 70s. Actually, the first album has my favorite Ozzy vocals, but these albums come really really close. Like he's just singing his ass off. And then finally like the second half of the song, just they just get into this uplifting melody. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's just you feel like you could do anything with this song. Fantastic. Number 37, fucking cornucopia on Black Sabbath Volume 4. Now, let me tell you guys something. This song is a cornucopia of the sludgiest, filthiest, heaviest Tony Iommi riffs. And you know what? I'm ashamed to say it, but for the longest time, I didn't appreciate this song. I just thought it was a middle of the road Sabbath song. And then one day I was listening to it and it just blew my mind. It's weird how like when we listen to music we can like lock our mindsets into like you hear a song once and maybe you weren't paying attention and you didn't appreciate it as much, and then every time you listen to it after you're just locked in that mindset. Well, let me tell you guys something. This song is fantastic, and I don't know why I was underrating it for so many years. The opening riff, that's one thing, but the rest of the song, just the way it progresses. Oh my God, there's this part in the middle. I swear to God, it sounds like the clouds are bursting open, and the symbol in the background is just, I don't know. It feels like you're ascending into like the heavens or something when you're listening to it. Then it gets all heavy again. And then it picks up the tempo. I love the line where Ozzy says, "People say I'm heavy. They don't know what I hide." So I guess he was referring to how Black Sabbath were the originators of metal and probably the heaviest band of the time. And it's just, man, it's just a great song. And don't sleep on this song. It's fantastic. Number 36 is Looking for Today from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. And guys, let me tell you, this song really grew on me over the years. For a Black Sabbath song, it has a pretty like standard riff, pretty like not like one of the greatest riffs of all time, but not bad either. And just seems like on first listen like your average Black Sabbath song. But guys, let me tell you, what really propels this song to the next level are those sections with the flute in the background. Just oh my god, I was listening to this song recently, and like that part just hit me so hard when Ozzy was singing. Everyone just sits on top of you. Oh, that part's just so beautiful, and like it's definitely what propels this song to such a high ranking on the list, and has a pretty nice fade out guitar solo. Just a great Black Sabbath song. Again, pretty much tied with Cornucopia and The Thrill of It All. But I had to basically flip a coin.
All right, guys, stay tuned for part three of this. I don't know how you guys have the patience, but thanks for joining me on this epic journey through Black Sabbath's sexual discography.